Dallas is often called the most haunted city in Texas because of its long, tragic, and mysterious history. From historic hotels and old theaters to dark lakes and forgotten cemeteries, the city is filled with ghost stories and paranormal legends. Many places in Dallas are said to be haunted by restless spirits, unexplained shadows, and strange sounds. These haunted locations continue to attract ghost hunters, historians, and brave visitors from around the world. Now we will visit the most haunted places in Texas. Number 1. Adolphus Hotel. The Adolphus Hotel in Dallas, Texas is widely known as one of the most haunted places in the state. Built in 1912, this grand luxury hotel has welcomed presidents, celebrities, and wealthy guests. But it has also collected terrifying ghost stories over more than a century. The most famous legend is the Ghost Bride. According to hotel staff and guests, a young woman jumped to her death from an upper floor after being abandoned by her lover. Since then, people claim to see a woman in a white wedding dress wandering the hallways late at night. Some guests report hearing soft crying, sudden cold air, and the feeling of being watched when no one is there. Another well-known spirit is said to be a former maid who still works the hotel in death. Housekeeping staff have reported doors opening by themselves, lights turning on and off, and rooms that appear clean even though no one entered them. Some guests say they hear footsteps in empty hallways or feel someone sit on their bed during the night. Guests staying on higher floors have reported mysterious knocks, whispering voices, and shadows moving across walls. Elevators sometimes stop on random floors without being called. Mirrors fog up with no explanation, and phones ring in empty rooms. Today, the Adolphus Hotel remains elegant and welcoming, but many believe its spirits never checked out. Behind its beautiful walls, the past still lingers, making it one of the most chilling haunted locations in Texas. Number 2. Flagpole Hill Park. Flagpole Hill Park in Dallas, Texas is one of the city's most frightening and mysterious locations. Sitting beside White Rock Lake, this quiet hill looks peaceful during the day, but after sunset it becomes the center of some of Dallas's most disturbing haunted stories. The most famous legend dates back to the 1960s. A group of teenagers parked near the hill late at night when they noticed something strange. Suddenly, rocks began falling from the sky, striking their cars with loud bangs. Terrified, they looked around but saw no one on the hill. The rocks kept coming, as if thrown by invisible hands. When police arrived, they found no people, no footprints, and no explanation. Since then, many visitors have reported similar experiences. People claim to hear whispers, footsteps, and unseen movement in the darkness. Some say they feel a heavy pressure in the air, like something is watching them. Others report sudden cold spots, even during warm summer nights. Local legends say the hill may be haunted by restless spirits, possibly Native American souls or victims of past violence in the area. Some believe the energy comes from the nearby lake, which is already known for its ghostly stories. Cars have reportedly stalled for no reason, and headlights have flickered on and off. Shadows are sometimes seen moving between the trees, disappearing when approached. Today, Flagpole Hill Park remains a popular daytime spot, but at night many people avoid it. Its unexplained activity and chilling stories make it one of the most haunted places in Dallas. Number 3. Old Red Museum. The Old Red Museum, also known as the Old Red Courthouse, is one of the most haunted and historic buildings in Dallas, Texas. Built in 1892, this massive red sandstone courthouse once held courtrooms, jail cells, and offices where many tragic and emotional events took place. Because of its dark past, many believe restless spirits still remain inside. One of the most famous ghost stories is about a former prisoner who was executed or died while being held in the courthouse. Visitors and staff have reported seeing a shadowy figure walking through empty hallways late at night. Some say the figure disappears when approached, leaving behind a sudden cold chill. Employees working after hours often report unexplained footsteps, even when the building is completely empty. Doors have been heard slamming shut on their own, and lights sometimes flicker without any electrical problem. Security guards have reported hearing muffled voices coming from old courtroom areas where no one is present. Another terrifying story involves ghostly faces appearing in windows after dark. People outside the building claim they have seen lights turn on and off by themselves, as if someone is moving from room to room. Some visitors feel dizzy or uneasy when walking through certain areas, especially near the former jail spaces. Cameras have malfunctioned, and strange shadows have appeared in photographs. Today, the Old Red Museum is a place of learning and history, but many believe its past refuses to rest. Its chilling activity makes it one of the most haunted locations in Dallas. Number 4. Majestic Theater. The Majestic Theater in Dallas, Texas, is one of the city's most beautiful landmarks, but it is also one of its most haunted places. Opened in 1921, the theater has hosted countless performances, movies, and live shows. Behind its grand stage and glowing lights, many believe spirits still linger from its long and emotional past. The most famous ghost is believed to be a former stagehand who died while working at the theater. Staff members say they hear footsteps walking across the stage when no one is there. Doors open and close on their own, and lights sometimes switch on after the building has been locked for the night. Employees have reported seeing shadow figures moving through the aisles and backstage areas. Some workers feel sudden cold chills while standing near the stage or in the balcony. Others claim to hear whispers, soft laughter, or faint music late at night, long after performances have ended. One of the strangest stories involves the theater's curtains. Staff members say the curtains have opened or closed by themselves, as if an invisible performance is still taking place. Sound technicians have also reported microphones picking up voices when no one is speaking. Audience members have shared stories of feeling tapped on the shoulder, only to turn around and find no one behind them. Some have even seen a man in old-fashioned clothing sitting alone in the balcony, vanishing moments later. Though the Majestic Theater remains alive with entertainment, many believe its spirits still enjoy the show, making it one of Dallas's most haunted locations. Number 5. Renaissance Dallas Hotel. The Renaissance Dallas Hotel in downtown Dallas is often described as one of the city's most haunted places. Built as a luxury hotel, it has welcomed countless guests over the years, but many claim that not all of its visitors ever truly left. Guests and staff have reported strange and terrifying experiences that make the hotel a center for paranormal activity. One of the most famous stories involves a mysterious woman in a long dress who is seen roaming the hallways late at night. Guests have said she appears suddenly in doorways or at the end of the hall, only to vanish when approached. Some believe she is the spirit of a former guest who died tragically in the hotel. Staff members have also reported unexplained noises, including doors slamming, footsteps on empty floors, and furniture moving on its own. Guests staying in certain rooms have claimed that lights flicker repeatedly and that televisions and phones turn on without explanation. Another terrifying story involves the elevators. Several visitors have reported that elevators stop at floors with no one inside or open and close by themselves. Some say they have felt a sudden cold chill or a presence brushing past them in empty hallways. Even in public areas like the lobby or hallways, people have reported hearing whispers, soft laughter, or the sound of someone walking behind them when no one is there. Today, the Renaissance Dallas Hotel remains a popular place to stay, but for those interested in the paranormal, it is a location filled with unexplained activity and ghostly stories. Its haunted reputation makes it one of the most chilling places in Dallas. Number 6. Union Station. Union Station in Dallas, Texas, is a historic train station that is not only famous for its architecture and role in the city's history, but also for its reputation as one of the most haunted places in Dallas. Built in 1916, the station has seen countless travelers pass through, as well as accidents, tragedies, and untimely deaths, which some believe have left restless spirits behind. One of the most well-known stories involves a ghostly woman in early 20th century clothing, who is often seen wandering the platforms late at night. Security guards and visitors have reported seeing her appear suddenly, then vanish when approached. Some say she is the spirit of a woman waiting for a loved one who never returned. Another haunting tale involves the station's offices and waiting areas. Employees have reported doors opening and closing on their own, strange footsteps echoing through empty hallways, and objects moving without explanation. Some staff claim to have heard soft whispers calling their names when no one else was present. There are also reports of shadow figures appearing near the tracks, sometimes crossing in front of trains or vanishing into walls. Visitors walking the station after hours have experienced sudden cold spots and the feeling of being watched, even when alone. Cameras and phones have occasionally malfunctioned, capturing unexplained lights or shadows. Some people even report hearing the sound of a train horn when no train is nearby. Today, Union Station remains an active transportation hub and historic landmark. However, its long history, combined with repeated ghost sightings and strange activity, makes it one of Dallas's most haunted and chilling locations. Number 7. White Rock Lake. White Rock Lake in Dallas, Texas, is one of the city's most famous and haunted locations. While it is a beautiful place during the day, with walking trails, boating, and parks, its calm waters hide some terrifying stories. Over the years, people have reported numerous ghost sightings, strange noises, and mysterious happenings, earning it a reputation as one of Dallas's most haunted places. The most well-known legend is that of the Lady of the Lake, a ghostly woman who appears along the shoreline at night. Many say she is searching for a lost lover or mourning a tragic death. People walking the trails or driving near the lake after dark have claimed to see a woman in white, standing silently before vanishing into the darkness. Visitors have also reported strange sounds such as whispering voices, footsteps in the bushes, and sudden splashes in the water when no one is nearby. Some say they have felt an icy chill, even on warm summer nights, as if a spirit is passing close by. Another terrifying story involves phantom vehicles. Drivers have reported seeing cars suddenly appear on empty roads or headlights shining on them, only for the cars to disappear when approached. Hikers and bikers have occasionally felt unseen hands touch them or seen shadows moving quickly through the trees. Some people believe that the lake is haunted by spirits of those who drowned there or were lost in accidents over the decades. Today, White Rock Lake remains a popular recreational area, but its eerie legends and ghostly sightings make it one of Dallas's most haunted and mysterious places. Number 8. Dallas Heritage Village. Dallas Heritage Village, located near White Rock Lake, is a collection of historic homes and buildings that showcase life in Dallas during the 19th and early 20th centuries. While it is a beautiful place for visitors during the day, the village is also known as one of Dallas's most haunted locations. Many people claim that the spirits of past residents and workers still linger in the old homes. One of the most famous haunted homes in the village is the Millermore Mansion. Visitors and staff have reported seeing shadowy figures walking through empty hallways and rooms. Some say they feel cold spots in certain areas, as if a ghost is passing by. Lights and doors in the old building sometimes move or turn on by themselves, even when no one is present. Another haunting involves the caretaker's house, where people have heard soft whispers, crying, or the sound of children playing, although no one is there. Some guests report seeing figures looking out the windows from rooms that are empty. In the general village area, visitors have reported strange footsteps on the wooden floors, doors opening and closing on their own, and unexplained tapping sounds. Some say they have felt invisible hands brush against them or seen fleeting shadows disappear around corners. Many believe that the ghosts are former residents who lived in these homes long ago, still attached to the village where they once lived and worked. Today, Dallas Heritage Village is a popular place for history lovers and tourists, but for those interested in the paranormal, its haunted stories make it one of the most eerie and chilling locations in Dallas. Number 9. Le Méridien Dallas, the Stoneleigh. Le Méridien Dallas, the Stoneleigh is one of Dallas's most elegant and historic hotels, but it is also known as one of the city's most haunted places. Built in the 1920s, the Stoneleigh has hosted countless guests, including celebrities and business travelers. Yet many believe that not all who stayed have truly left. Over the years, the hotel has developed a reputation for strange and terrifying paranormal activity. One of the most famous legends involves a ghostly woman in a long dress, seen roaming the hallways late at night. Guests have reported seeing her appear suddenly in dimly lit corridors or standing silently at the end of a hallway, only to vanish when approached. Some believe she is a former guest who died tragically within the hotel. Another well-known haunting is the spirit of a former staff member. Employees have reported hearing footsteps and voices in empty rooms and hallways. Doors sometimes open and close on their own, and lights flicker or turn on without explanation. Some housekeeping staff have said they feel cold touches or sudden drafts in rooms that are otherwise warm. Guests have also reported hearing unexplained whispers, furniture moving slightly, and objects being displaced when no one is present. Elevators occasionally act strangely, stopping on floors without being called. Some visitors claim that cameras and phones malfunction or capture shadows that are not visible to the naked eye. Despite its luxury and beauty, the Stoneleigh carries a dark and mysterious energy. Its combination of historical events, unexplained phenomena, and ghostly sightings makes Le Méridien Dallas, the Stoneleigh, one of the most haunted and chilling hotels in the city. Number 10. Sons of Hermann Hall. Sons of Hermann Hall in Dallas, Texas, is a historic dance hall and event venue that has gained a dark reputation as one of the most haunted places in the city. Built in 1911, the building was originally used by the Sons of Hermann fraternal organization. Over the decades, countless dances, meetings, and emotional moments took place inside, and many believe the spirits of the past never left. One of the most commonly reported hauntings is the sound of footsteps echoing through the empty halls late at night. Staff members have reported hearing heavy boots walking upstairs when no one is there. Some say they have heard doors opening and closing on their own, followed by sudden silence. Another terrifying story involves shadow figures seen near the stage and balcony area. Witnesses describe dark shapes moving across the room or standing in corners before vanishing. Some guests have felt a sudden cold presence, especially near the staircase and backstage rooms. People working late have reported whispering voices and soft laughter, as if an invisible gathering is still taking place. Musical instruments have been heard playing faint notes when the building is completely empty. Lights have flickered and equipment has turned on by itself without explanation. One of the creepiest experiences involves the feeling of being watched. Many visitors say they feel uneasy, as if unseen eyes are following them through the hall. Some claim they have felt a light touch on their shoulder, only to find no one behind them. Today, Sons of Hermann Hall remains a popular venue for events and music. However, its long history and chilling paranormal stories make it one of the most haunted locations in Dallas. Number 11. Snuffer's Restaurant. Snuffer's Restaurant on Greenville Avenue in Dallas, Texas, is well known for its burgers and lively atmosphere. But it also carries a reputation as one of the most haunted restaurants in the city. The building has a long history, and many believe that spirits from its past still remain inside, watching over the restaurant and its guests. Employees have shared stories of strange noises after closing time, including footsteps moving through empty dining areas and the sound of chairs scraping across the floor. Some workers say they have heard dishes clinking or doors opening and closing when no one else was present. One of the most common sightings is a shadowy figure seen near the bar area. Staff members claim this dark shape moves quickly and disappears when approached. Some believe it is the spirit of a former worker who passed away and never left the place they loved. Guests have reported feeling sudden cold chills while sitting at certain tables, even when the restaurant is full and warm. Others say they feel someone lightly brush past them, even though no one is there. Lights have also been known to flicker without explanation, especially late at night. Another unsettling story involves objects moving on their own. Glasses have tipped over, menus have fallen from tables, and doors have been found open after being locked. Some employees say they feel a strong sense of being watched while cleaning up after hours. Despite its friendly daytime vibe, Snuffer's takes on a different energy after dark. The combination of unexplained activity, ghostly sightings, and eerie feelings has made Snuffer's Restaurant on Greenville Avenue one of the most haunted and unsettling dining spots in Dallas. Number 12. Millermore Mansion. Millermore Mansion, located inside Dallas Heritage Village, is widely known as one of the most haunted historic homes in Dallas, Texas. Built in 1855, it is one of the oldest surviving houses in the city. Many people believe that the spirits of former residents still remain inside the mansion, unable to leave the place they once called home. One of the most famous ghost stories involves a woman believed to be a former resident. Visitors and staff have reported seeing a female figure dressed in old-fashioned clothing standing near the staircase or looking out of upstairs windows. She often disappears when someone tries to approach her. Another terrifying presence is thought to be a male spirit, possibly the original homeowner. People have reported hearing heavy footsteps walking through empty rooms, especially on the upper floor. Doors have been seen opening and closing by themselves, and furniture sometimes appears to shift slightly without explanation. Staff members working late have described cold spots moving through rooms, even during warm days. Some have felt sudden chills or the sensation of being touched on the arm or shoulder. Others have heard whispers, soft crying, or faint voices when no one else was present. Photographs taken inside the mansion have occasionally captured unexplained shadows or figures, and electronic devices sometimes malfunction. Some visitors report a deep feeling of sadness or unease, as if the house is holding on to painful memories from the past. Today, Millermore Mansion is preserved as a historic site, but many believe its spirits never left. Its chilling stories and repeated paranormal activity make it one of the most haunted and frightening places in Dallas. Number 14. Old Dallas Power and Light Building. The Old Dallas Power and Light Building is one of the most mysterious and haunted historic structures in Dallas, Texas. Built in the early 1900s, this massive building once powered much of the city and employed many workers who spent long, exhausting hours inside its dark corridors. Over time, tragic accidents and intense working conditions became part of its history, leading many to believe that restless spirits still remained within its walls. Former employees and security guards have reported strange noises late at night, including heavy footsteps echoing through empty hallways and the sound of machinery starting up when no power is running. Some have heard loud bangs and metallic clanging, as if invisible workers are still on duty. One of the most terrifying stories involves shadow figures seen near old stairwells and basement areas. Witnesses describe dark human shapes moving quickly and disappearing behind doors or into walls. Others have reported seeing glowing lights flicker in rooms with no electricity. People inside the building have felt sudden cold chills and an overwhelming sense of fear, especially in the lower levels. Doors have slammed shut on their own, and elevators have reportedly moved between floors without being called. Some visitors claim to hear whispers or muffled voices, sounding like conversations from long ago. Cameras and electronic devices often malfunction, shutting off or capturing strange shadows. Though no longer used as a power station, the Old Dallas Power and Light Building still carries the heavy energy of its past. Its dark history, combined with repeated paranormal experiences, has earned it a reputation as one of the most haunted and unsettling places in Dallas. Number 15. Deep Ellum Historic District. The Deep Ellum Historic District in Dallas, Texas, is famous for its music, art, and nightlife, but it is also known as one of the most haunted areas in the city. Dating back to the late 1800s, Deep Ellum has seen violence, fires, racial struggles, and countless tragedies. Many believe these painful events left behind restless spirits that still roam the streets. One of the most well-known true stories comes from old music venues and clubs, where staff have reported seeing shadow figures moving across empty stages after closing time. Musicians have claimed to hear instruments playing faintly when no one is performing. Some say they have felt sudden cold chills while standing alone in backstage areas. Several historic buildings and warehouses in Deep Ellum are said to be haunted by former workers and performers. Security guards have reported footsteps following them through empty buildings and doors slamming shut on their own. In some locations, lights turn on and off without explanation. Visitors walking the streets late at night have reported being touched or pushed by something unseen. Others say they have heard whispers, laughter, or distant cries echoing through alleyways when no one else was around. Shadowy figures have been seen crossing streets and disappearing into walls. One of the creepiest reports involves apparitions of men in early 1900s clothing, believed to be former railroad workers or musicians who died in the area. These figures are often seen briefly and then vanish. Despite its lively atmosphere today, Deep Ellum carries a dark past. Its long history of true paranormal encounters, unexplained sightings, and eerie experiences makes it one of the most haunted and unsettling places in Dallas. Number 16. Mercantile Continental Building. The Mercantile Continental Building in downtown Dallas is one of the city's most famous historic skyscrapers, and it is also widely known for its true haunted stories. Built in 1943, the building once housed offices, shops, and later a hotel. Over the decades, several tragic deaths and unexplained events occurred inside, leading many to believe the building is haunted by restless spirits. One of the most well-known true stories involves a man who jumped to his death from the building during its early years. After this tragedy, workers and residents began reporting strange activity. People have claimed to hear footsteps running through empty hallways late at night, even when the building was closed. Former employees have reported elevators moving on their own, stopping at random floors without being called. Some say the elevator doors opened to empty floors while a sudden cold chill filled the air. Others reported seeing shadowy figures reflected in mirrors or glass windows, only to turn around and find no one there. Security guards working overnight shifts have shared stories of lights turning on and off, doors unlocking themselves, and the sound of whispering voices coming from vacant rooms. Some guards said they felt a strong sense of fear, as if someone unseen was watching them. Residents who later lived in the building reported objects moving, beds shaking slightly, and the feeling of someone sitting beside them. Many believe the spirits belong to former workers and residents who met tragic ends. Today, the Mercantile Continental building stands as a symbol of Dallas history. Yet its true ghost stories and repeated paranormal experiences have earned it a reputation as one of the most haunted buildings in the city.